Okay, so this will be crating for your puppy. So if you haven't started crating, this is a good way to start crating for your new puppy. Some people don't do crating at all, and then they just kind of fight the process on potty training. Sometimes potty training goes a lot longer, and have lots of accidents up until 6, 7, 8, maybe even 10 months of age. But if you got your puppy and it's now 4, 5, 6 months of age and still having some problems, simply go back to this crating, and we always do crating for their meals. So we have a crate here, and we have a little 5.5-month-old puppy. She is used to crating. They don't typically go in just like she did, but she does like her food bowl. So we do get a little food bowl, put a little snack in it. I just have one piece of hot dog in it. And I simply put that in the crate. So some of them may go in and just have their butt out. Some of them may want to go in and go in and turn around like she does. So we just kind of play this a game as get in your crate and make that positive. And you could do this for their meals. Put several handfuls of their kibble, how much kibble you give them. Put 4 or 5 kibbles in, 10 kibbles in, you know, break it up into like 7 handfuls so that they're going in and eating. Come on, going in and eating their kibble. Here, baby, come on, Tidbit. Come on, Tidbit. So she is used to her kennel. Ooh, what's it? Ready? Get that, ready? So we put the bowl in. Now we've got them to where they're really good and they're going in like she is. Get your puppy where they're comfortable going in, comfortable getting the food out, and then we start shutting the door. As you shut the door, you let them finish eating, and we stay in the area of the kennel so we could kind of monitor what they're doing. Sometimes as soon as they're done, they start caterwauling and screaming. Only after 2, 3, 4 meals, you know, sometimes they start caterwauling and screaming right after they're done, but after a few meals, not very long at all, they do learn to sit in there for 30 seconds, a minute, you know, minute 30. We're not asking for a lot. We're just doing little steps like that at a time. And then we open the door when they're quiet, and then we let them out. And we just have the kennel available to them all the time. If they're loose in the house, have your kennel loose in the house with the door open. Any treats or toys or food that you give them, toss in the kennel, so they have to go in the kennel and get those and bring them back out. But they get used to all positive stuff, goes in the kennel, and they learn to go in and get it happily, and they can turn around and come out. The only time that the door actually gets shut is when they're going to eat their meal. She's eating a hot dog, and it's not necessarily her favorite thing, so I'll probably go get some cheese because she likes the cheese better. I'm going to pause this. Okay, so she has finished eating what she was going to eat in her kennel. So let's say she finished her meal, and we're working on crate training. She has a little bit of knowledge right now already. So for those puppies or young dogs that don't have it yet, you'd probably find some digging, some whining, maybe some circling. And if you're not standing right by the crate, then you might get barking. As soon as we go back to the crate, then they be quiet because they're expecting us to open the door and get them out. So once you have got the puppy to where it's got quiet and maintained a little bit of silence and acceptance of being in the kennel, eating their meal with the door shut, then you go to let them out. So as soon as we go to open the door, I don't choose to just open the door all the way. I kind of do this. I hold it shut and just ask them to wait. Now normally I wouldn't be saying anything or talking, but I'm explaining how we ask them to wait. So she's still gonna try to come out on her own. I want her to accept waiting in there and not just bursting out. Some older dogs that you're doing with this might just completely and totally push their way out. I'll have that in another video with another big pushy dog and what you would do with a pushy dog. So this is a learning puppy, and a lot of learning puppies won't typically force their way out. So I'm just waiting for her, and it's just You have to just wait them out. I'm waiting for her to accept that she's just going to wait in there. And then as soon as she accepts that, it may just be a wait like she just offered there, or it may be a sit. But I'm going to test that a couple of times. So that one was just false, and as soon as I let them leave the door open long enough, good girl. So then you reach in and just pet under the chin. Ideally, you would look for a dog that will sit, and eventually when they accept this stage of the process, they do sit and wait, and then they could come on out. And so you do get to where they will learn to wait. So if we throw a piece of food in, and she missed that, Daddy, right here, here's one. Come on. Right here, ready? Get it, there. So I tossed a piece of food in. Not that I'm asking her to wait, she likes the cheese so much better. We're gonna do that process again of waiting inside the crate. And you just shut the door on them. You don't slam the door or pinch them in the door. Just try to shut the door, keep it open enough to where they don't come out. You wait for that offer. You just look for that little step in the foot, the movement of the body, the forward movement, and you go back and shut the door. And it is a little bit of a process, but after they start getting it, they will wait. So there's a nice wait. She's like, okay, that's not really paying off to keep trying, so I'm gonna wait there. I pet under the chin. Okay, good girl, good girl. And you just keep repeating that process. Every time treat, toy, food, all go in the kennel, and before they are allowed to come out, if you are going to shut the door, ask them to do their waiting just through silence, no words, of just shutting the door and making them wait. And as soon as you get that little bit of a wait, you could test it by a couple of different waits of 3 to 5 seconds, and pet under the chin, and then go ahead and release them out. So this is Beans. Come on, Beanie. Beans is a 10-month-old dog. He is a whole male. He has learned the same way too, so there is what, 4 months difference, 4.5 months difference between these guys. So you toss a piece of food in, all the way in there, get you in there. Shut the door. And so this is what I've practiced with all of my dogs. That little puppy, we're still working on that. I haven't been too solid on that, but that's what happens with most pet dogs. So see, he's a little bit pushy, so I won't open that all the way. If he wants to be pushy, I'll not open it all the way. He likes to push that with his nose and test the waters, but I just keep testing the waters back by shutting that door. He has to wait in there until he's released out. So once they get good at waiting, even though he wants to come out, offer food, offer food, offer food. You could test that. Re-shut the door. Offer food. Oh my God, what's this? Good boy. Good boy. Feed in there for that waiting. You could teach them to do their back. You can ask them to do something in the kennel before they're released out. You can make it a fun place. Okay, come on. Good boy. Ready? Right here. Get in your kennel. All the way in. Turn around. Shut the door. Test that again. Good boy. That's your good weight. Good boy. And that's what it should look like when you open your crate to get them out. If you work on a little puppy stage of asking them to wait just by shutting the door and don't letting the forward movement come, looking for that, testing it for the 3 to 5 seconds a couple of different times, and then petting them to come on out. Okay, come on. Good boy. Good boy. And that's how you work on crate training.